question. What is one new habit or one skill that you learned this school year that you're going to continue with next year? So again, I'll put it in the chat. So what is one new skill or habit that you learned this year through like Zoom school that you're going to continue next year? And that's for all 4 of you.
Definitely, this is, I took inspiration from my sister, Kiana, who just did her TPO for her senior year. And like she does all of her work as soon as possible, even if it's due like the next week. And I took inspiration from that. And on a lot of assignments, I was definitely trying to turn it in as soon as possible. And I think that's a really good skill to have, and I think I'm going to continue it for the rest of high school.
All right, Josh, what would be your new habit or new skill?
A habit I'll probably continue for next year. It's just just to continue pushing forward, I guess.
All right, and Marcos, what would be your new skill or habit?
A new skill that I picked up this year that I was particularly proud of was that I could put my mind to anything if I wanted to, and this semester I really tried to do that. And so far it's gotten me to straight A's, which is not something that I usually ever do, but it's a new chapter. It's pretty nice.
Okay, and Miles, what would be your new skill or habit from this year?
I would say my distractions. I wanna try to pay more attention on my classes, and also reading. So, I guess that's what I'm gonna try to apply next year.
I have one quick question. I'm curious to hear from each of you, who's at least one person from our team that you connected with this year that was new? Because I know it was a little tough being online, and we stayed in distance learning for most of the school year. I know, like Marcos, you shouted out saying you got to meet a whole lot of people, but I'm curious for each of you, who's at least one person from our team that you connected with or you really counted on this school year?
I guess I could go first. I don't exactly remember their name, but it was like Richard Jose. And earlier this year, he really did help me a lot to help me get back on track, to kind of like help me with grades and stuff. And he would always be the first to talk in all of our groups. And he was just really nice to everyone. So that guy was pretty awesome.
I definitely could shout out, Anne was definitely like a confident, strong speaker whenever she spoke. A new person, I think also Mariah, she was also good. And I was helping her out a lot too, especially on physics problems. Just clearing confusion.
Thank you. Miles and Josh, what about you all? So at least one person.
I would say I'm connected with all my teachers. Everybody. Yeah.
To be honest, I actually don't really know if I have someone to connect with because I didn't really talk to a lot of people this year.
Is there one name, Josh, of someone who you noticed this year? Maybe you didn't connect with them, but you noticed them, kind of like Darian shouted out peers of like, oh yeah, they were a confident speaker. So just, is there someone you noticed?
No, not really, I guess. I could just shout out the whole class, I guess.
Thanks, Josh. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move into our celebrations and our final comments for all of our presenters. Always the best part, right? That we get to end on a highlight. Would anyone like to get us started?
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll get us started. All right, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna look at the Zoom boxes. So Darian, I want to appreciate just how reflective you are here at the end of the year and how you sort of were able to look back last semester compared to this semester, understanding the differences between what made you feel really successful and areas that you want to grow in. One of my favorite highlights though was talking to you consistently about the C++ coding and like seeing like what new things did you create in your Flipgrid and trying to challenge options with the coding, and then seeing that, hey, Miss Quinny, here's this new thing that I tried, look at this, then you show me the Flipgrid, and then how you would want to show it with your classmates, but you didn't want your classmates to know that that was your code that you sent out, and so I think that you may have discovered something new about yourself, that you're really good